The Business Blockchain: Promise, Practice, and Application of the Next Internet Technology by William Mougayar. Yeah, this is a pretty good book. I'll tell you what, I read a lot of blockchain books. I'd say on like a 1 to 3, this is probably a 3 on technicality. You kind of have to have like a basic understanding of blockchain coming into it. But with that said, very, very, very good book. It really opens up, what are the next opportunities for blockchain, how the technology is going to be implemented, kind of shows how this technology is, the next internet, right? And that's, I think, what he was trying to get across with the book. I think he does a really good job. Some of the main takeaways are immediate business integrations you can use blockchain technologies for, and then at the same time, some technological sectors where blockchain can disrupt, and how you can use that application in your own application, right? So looking at taking what companies are doing right now and applying blockchain to them to disrupt them, and then how you can use that knowledge to use your own blockchain-based development projects, right? So it's taking the technology and looking at how to use it, looking at where to use it, and it really opens up first how the technology is going to affect businesses, but also how you can use it at the same time for your own ventures. So really good if you've already got the fundamental understanding what to actually do with that, which I think is really, really good. I liked the book because it was like immediate, actionable. You look at how he suggests blockchain can be used, and immediately you've got businesses that you can see, in the real world that can be changed by this kind of stuff. And with the technology, he brings out just like really good real world examples, and I like how applicable they are. And he also helps, if you want any plans in the space, long-term growth in it, right? And you're thinking about what are the next steps, what is something you can do to innovate. He puts a lot of really good little tidbits in there that you can use to improve your thinking. So it's really good that way. I like that a lot about it. Memorable scene. He was talking about some companies, how they were disrupted, and there were a couple that really stood out, brought him in pretty quickly. Uber and Airbnb were the two that just popped to me that chapter. He was talking about like decentralized Uber, decentralized Airbnb, called them D, DABB, D-Uber. And he was talking about how blockchain technologies could come in and just radically shift the way that those companies operated by bringing them on a peer-to-peer level. And it was really interesting because first of all, you get the interesting perspective of here's a whole company put into like some blockchain program, and all of a sudden, right, everything changes and the middleman's cut out, and it really makes you think, wow, could that happen? How am I going to stop my industry from having that happen to it, right? And then at the same time, it's like food for thought, right? How could that affect the daily integrations of such technology? And, if we really think about breaking down how would we do that, right, with blockchain tech as it is. So it's a lot of, honestly, implementable and applicable suggestions and really next level applications of blockchain tech. Really good stuff. Some of the overall messages from the book, I think, would be to sort of like view the tech, blockchain technologies, as like the next internet. It's in the title, next internet, and I think that's something that I didn't think coming into the book, but leaving the book, that's something I really got out of it, is how blockchain tech could kind of sort of be the next internet for sure, with all the applications it presents and the fundamental company practices that it breaks, sort of just like the internet, in like the 1990s. That's not a perspective I had coming into this book, and coming out of it, that's one of the biggest takeaways, is looking at blockchain technologies as if it was the next internet and thinking, okay, this can be really big. How are we going to apply this as if, it's 1990s and we're at the internet? and thinking about how new businesses, you can pitch it, sell it, and especially apply it into your own work. So if you're doing any work at a big corporate level or at the same time entrepreneurial, I think this could really help look, especially in IT or in high tech space, um, expanding and getting a real edge on competitors. You know, like the first people to use internet, first people to use blockchain. Really, really next level stuff. Great understanding by the author in that respect. I think the book's for, like I said, corporate entrepreneurs, really anyone who has control over how their organization works, or influence in it, and they want to see things get better, or they want to build it up, their operations for the long term, and start to take advantage of market opportunity with blockchain technologies to beat out competitors. I think the business blockchain really helps, you know, anyone in that regard take full control over improving their technological future with blockchain tech, so that their business doesn't get, you know, run out by it, obviously, with like getting taken over by blockchain, but instead you can use blockchain as a fundamental tool, and a baseline technology for business operations. Really good book. Yeah, like that. Link below if you want it. It's pretty good stuff.